Welcome back to On the Branch.
Thank you. I stared at Jason. Instead of saying you should start the episode, I just stared at him until he said that. So you all know, everyone watching. Oh, I only wanted to shoot one bullet into the lamp. Now I seem like a crazy person wasting ammo. And also there was...
For like nothing, because the lamp didn't do anything.
No. Is that the shopkeep again? That says blue flame. Are we already at the buy stuff phase again? Didn't we just do this like an episode ago? Yeah, there's a typewriter. There's the water. It's good times. Chill vibe. Oh, hi. Hi there. Hang on. Yeah, I'll buy stuff first.
Full-blown store.
Yeah. Look at all those guns he's selling. What? Who goes through here that he's selling stuff to?
I don't know.
I go claim your specialized bun. Oh, I think I only needed to get 10 of the 15. Oh, he said on the buy screen. The Punisher, 9mm handgun. So, is it the same as the other handgun? And I should sell my other handgun?
It sounds like it's a better handgun because it can shoot through enemies.
9.47, 1.710.
What are you selling?
Yes.
The problem is you already invested in upgrading this gun.
That's fine,
so...
because this one's gonna sell for more than I invested in it, right?
I don't know.
So, yeah, see, he bought it at a high price, so everything's okay. And now this will replace it. Is this smaller too? No, it's the same size. Comes with 10 ammo, so I don't feel bad. I've got 30 ammo.
Did you have bullets in the gun that you sold? What happened to those bullets?
I don't remember. I don't know if that's factored into the cost or if that's what, I don't know.
That would suck, because I think I'd rather have the bullets.
Yeah. I don't think you can uncombine them either. All right, let's get our firepower back up on this one.
So going back to what we talked about, I think last episode, that's is a case where you lose bullets.
Yeah.
It's not reload, but it kind of is because you were just swapping guns.
Yeah. Oh, and my total firepower is less now, but it has more upgrade options later on.
Yeah,
so
it will upgrade to be better. It will be strictly superior.
Yes. Eventually. Okay, I want to sell... I got 2 of these. Menuing on the branch.
Is that old strength? Is that old?
Why is the default on that sort of thing not yes?
What are you buying?
That seems
on
kind
sell?
of goofy. Yeah.
Probably because they don't want you to accidentally sell something you didn't want to.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Okay, does anything have a power upgrade? No, so it's all reload speed and capacity. I think I would rather... So I already have the scope for the...
What are you buying?
I think the rifle came with a scope.
Yeah.
Is that a better scope?
I think so.
I think that's a magnifying rifle. I think the one you have does not magnify.
Okay, I'm fine with the one I have for now. So,
especially since the enemy that you shot with it was like 1.5 feet away from you.
Yeah, I think I want capacity more. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, later on in the game, you got to shoot like really far away.
Upgrading your capacity in this game is a good strategy because it means you get to have more ammo with less inventory space.
Yes, and that's better than the faster reload.
Did upgrading the capacity for the gun also increase the number of bullets that you store in a box of bullets in your inventory?
No, that's a set amount.
Okay. But if you get to the point where you're holding 2 or 3 boxes of bullets in the gun at once, that's, you know, a box or 2 of bullets that isn't in your inventory.
It did, however, fill up. So apparently,
when you upgrade, yeah, I think it restocks.
Fills up that gun. So I should upgrade my shotgun ammo next chance I get. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to switch back to the handgun for now. I don't need the TMP. I don't need that rapid fire suppression. I'll save that for a boss or something. Do I just get in the water? I did it dumb. Hang on. There was an obvious place I was supposed to go, and I got distracted. Hey, what was that thing I was segueing into? Do you remember?
I don't know.
That's unfortunate. I started talking about something. Leon, do you want to swing your... Thank you. Okay, that's not enough to buy an upgrade on anything. I could swear I get into a boat here or something. Oh, hey, more barrels to break. Nothing in that barrel. Donkey Kong would be very sad.
What do
Shopkeep?
you do now?
Because this was the only way to go, right? There wasn't an alternate way?
I don't know. There might have been.
Okay. Let's try talking to him one more time. I don't think he'll... No. Okay, well, let's go back up and out. And maybe I just found the secret shopkeep. Up, Leon. So what's going on in your life? I still haven't visited your house yet. You've had a new house for, what, 6 months now? 4 months?
New house, got a dog.
Yeah, you got a dog. I was very shocked to find that out.
Well, we promised the little girl that when we got a bigger house, we would get a dog, and they don't forget things like that. So...
yeah, Jamie's been promising we can get a dog after... me and Amarith can get a dog after me and Jamie have our first kid. And...
I think it's good for kids to grow up with an animal.
Yeah, it's something that they have to at least partially take care of.
Well, but not only that, but you know, it's good for like things like allergies and stuff like that. Like if a kid grows up with an animal, they're less likely to grow up to be allergic to that kind of animal.
Is that true?
I think so. Because your body gets used to it. You develop
like your body knows it's around.
Yeah, like the younger you are, I think more likely that's going to happen.
Okay. I like to see it as like any kind of chores you can make a kid do from a young age until it gets overly burdensome is a good thing. Mm-hmm. I feel that like the reason you have kids do chores isn't to help you around the house, because when you first teach a kid to do chores, like you're spending more time teaching them than they are
sure that they do it right.
Yeah. It's about getting them into habits
so that when they're a teenager, they're not destroying your house.
Yeah.
Except they're teenagers, so they're going to destroy your house anyway. Yeah. But
heads up. Oh boy, quick time event here. Do I know my controllers?
I think you're going to be mashing shoulder buttons.
Yeah, I'm going to be mashing something.
Nope, X.
There we go. And it's probably going to be both shoulder buttons at the end.
Hooray! Did we talk about quick time events yet?
Yeah, we have, and they suck, especially ones where you have to, Metal Gear Solid and rapid press things. And
so I wrote a blog post recently in response to the new God of War PS4 game about how to make quick time events not suck.
I think we've had this exact same conversation before.
Did we?
Yeah.
In this game?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, I think that episode went up a couple days ago.
Oh, all right. Well, then I don't think I have to go over it again. You can check out my blog if you want to hear more about it.
Yeah, megabearsfan.net. Flash that thing, Amarith. Use that asset. We haven't done it in all year. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to cut you.
Kick him.
Kick. There. Are you happy? I kicked him.
Yay.
I can't kick him while he's down, though. I can knife him to death, though.
Is this the part where you get like insta-killed by a giant fish?
No, the fish is later.
Is it?
I hate that fish.
I also hate that fish.
Everyone hates
because it insta-kills you. Resident Evil likes to have fish that insta-kill you.
Yeah?
It's a recurring
insta-killing
theme.
fish.
Why don't you lure him into the trap so that it kills him too?
That's a good idea.
Like, can you walk forward enough to get his attention?
I think I can.
Oh, boo-hoo.
No, maybe.
No, back up. Keep backing up. Backing up made him come down.
Oh, no.
Nope, he went too far. You screwed it up. You ruined it.
How many axes do you have? Or hatchets? Those are hatchets, correct?
Well, he pulls the zombie hatchets out of his zombie ass, so...
Yeah. Oh, now you're willing to get in the water.
I don't know. Maybe he knows the tripwire's there.
Oh, that could be. That could be the game is... He's designed to have that intelligence. Oh, hey, don't throw axes at me. I won't shoot bullets at you. Okay?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you're probably going to shoot him anyway.
Yeah, because I'm hoping he has ammo. Well, maybe we can come to an agreement. Can zombies and humans come to an agreement?
You can't crouch under that thing, right?
No.
Yeah, this was before Leon had learned how to duck.
Yeah, I think that was Resident Evil 6 that Leon... What was the next one with him? Was it 6 that he was in? Because 7 doesn't have any like characters we know. That's a completely new actual horror game, correct?
Resident Evil 7?
Yeah.
Well, somebody who identifies himself as Redfield shows up at the very end of the game. Spoiler alert. But other than that, no.
Okay. Oh, this is reload time, apparently. These guys take a lot of bullets. Come on, I'm shooting you in the head. Just die already. Why don't you just die already?
I don't know Resident Evil lore well enough to know what that character showing up in Resident Evil 7 means. I don't know if that means that Resident Evil 7 is like a prequel or what the deal is, but yeah, I did not play 6 because 6 looked terrible. I played the demo for it and was thoroughly underimpressed. I did not enjoy 5 particularly well either.
5 was the one that was in Africa somewhere,
5,
correct?
yeah, 5 was the co-op one.
And then people got outraged because there are black people in the black place. I remember, like,
Well, I think the outrage was it came off as racist that you slaughter them all.
Right. Well, I'm slaughtering all these people. Does that mean I'm racist against, you know... I mean, that's the ridiculousness of it. It assumes
well,
the
the game also had racially insensitive things. Like, for instance, there was an unlockable costume for the black woman character that was like leopard skin thong or something like that. And I think people saw that as racially insensitive. And
Where'd
when
you
you
guys
have
come from?
when you have other things that are racially insensitive, it's easier to play the racism card against someone. You know, because it's like now it's like a body of evidence sort of thing.
Okay, I get that, but I think we're looking at a very like Eurocentric, as in European-centric, outlook on what racism is when you're talking about a game made in Japan by Japanese people.
Well, the thing is, I don't know that it was made with, you know, any cultural sensitivity, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, I don't think that the people who made the game understood the culture that they were representing.
Right, they were just making a fun game.
And in that sense,
zombies.
it is, you know, it's like the cultural appropriation kind of racism, you know?
I call it the racially insensitive because they don't really know any better.
Yeah, you're right. Insensitive is a better word.
Like,
it's
Capcom
less...
needs racial sensitivity training, not to be called out for being super racist.
It's like racism is like more, you know, like openly hostile, whereas insensitive is more ignorant, you know, or stupid.
That was take. I thought that was a prompt to...
Kick.
Yeah. Oh, well, I've got plenty of food or Healy items. All right. There we go. You're dead now.
Yeah, there's a world of difference between I don't understand this culture and I make off-color jokes about them and I want them all to die. There's a very large gap between those two. And,
Isn't that the way I came from?
People will label both of those as racist, and, you know, they're both fundamentally different things.
Yeah. Well, so part of what I hate is an outrage culture, and I'll call out specifically who I'm thinking of. Do you listen to the Crack podcast, or do you read a lot of their content? So they've become this, and mostly I think it's a good thing, this incredibly liberal outlet that is very much on the social justice train. And I mean, I'm all for social justice. I want people to have equity and everyone has a stake in the society we live in. That's a good thing. Mm-hmm. I just worry that, like, they seem to have a poor... They don't properly demand evidence for the beliefs that they hold regarding that.
You can reload. You've got like one bullet.
Apparently, I unequipped my. Somehow I. Oh, because I picked.
Are the red bullets the handgun bullets?
Yeah.
Because your handgun is empty and you've got two.
I know. I see. No, the issue was I had unequipped my anything, and I was figuring out why.
All right, no, I was talking about the white
grenade
in the top left. You've got.
No, that's rifle ammo.
All right, well, can you... Oh, you can't reload it. Okay.
Yeah, rifle's maxed out at 5. So a good example of what I don't like in lots of media outlets, especially the ones that I enjoy, you know, the output from, is I'll take a great example for me is the Gamergate situation. You have people that accept a certain narrative on a thing because, like, this is my trusted source for narratives, and I'm going to blindly accept what they tell me. And for me, like, you and I were around when Gamergate happened. You and I know this wasn't just a bunch of racist people got together, or, you know, bigoted, sexist people got together and said, we're going to be bigoted and sexist. This was an inciting incident happened. A group of people latched onto it as their own separate cause because they said, "Oh, people are being mean to this woman," not looking at the context of why people were being mean to this woman, and suddenly this became the culture war over, you know, that never should have been.
Well, video gaming does have a long, sad history of, white male entitlement.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like that's not a good example I like to make is people talk about how unfairly Anita Sarkeesian got treated during that entire situation, and I'll point out, like, well, one, she kind of inserted herself into the conversation, which is fine. Like, people are allowed to weigh in on things, even if you're a celebrity that doesn't have a particular expertise on the subject matter.
Anita Sarkeesian lost me on like her very first
That's
video.
the thing that I wanted to point out.
Basically she made a video basically asking people to give her money so that she could do the research for a conclusion that she had already made.
Well, so here's the thing that bothered me the most about her as a business person or as a critic is she went like everyone was excited about her. Her Kickstarter did wonderfully.
Right.
And the people that were calling out later were the people that kickstarted her initially. I think people think that like she was met in the gaming community with anger and outrage when she first like kickstarted her series, and that's not the case. Like the men that were supposedly misogynists, were the ones that funded Tropes versus Women in the first place. And then they felt taken advantage of by this person that was really not that into video games and not that into having insightful,
everybody loves a good, like, cathartic, takedown kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we love the Red Letter Media, Plinkett reviews. People like stuff like that where you just tear something apart.
Talk about why this is shitty. And we were excited that she was going to do that. And she was like, this is why this is misogynist.
But then she took games that people actually liked and are beloved and then told them that they are offensively sexist.
And often for bad or what I would call incorrect reasons.
The problem, though, is that the points are valid, right? Like, they're not untrue. Women are used as trophies in games.
That happens, yes.
The problem is that, like you have a game, I don't remember the specific game, like Streets of Rage or whatever, like where the inciting incident of the game is the bad guys kidnap the main character's girlfriend.
Right.
And it's like, well, what do you expect the guy to, like, not go after her? I mean, like...
Well, the criticism would be the game should be about something different, and I've actually I would love to turn that on its head. I've always
you should come up with a better reason for this guy to be beating up 1,000 street thugs than they kidnapped his girlfriend for no reason.
Yeah, well, I've told you I've always wanted to make a game that is a co-op sort of Metroidvania puzzle solver game, sort of like to Metroid what Resident Evil 5 was to this series, except good. And the inciting incident was going to be your girlfriend gets kidnapped, but it's like, or your boyfriend gets kidnapped. Like, there are 3 selectable characters, and just like it's never explicitly stated whether they're like a polyamorous triad or whether they're just friends. But like whichever of the 3 characters you don't get picked gets kidnapped, and that's your call to action. And I guess what I like the idea of is just turning things on their head a little bit until they become commonplace, until that turn on its head becomes commonplace. We often see new tropes redefine genres, right?
Right.
What's a good example?
And the point that I was kind of getting at is that, like, you want to motivate somebody. A very good way to motivate someone is to threaten someone they care about.
Yeah.
So, like, it could easily be a child, Like the first Silent Hill, right? Like, the premise is your daughter's lost.
Yeah, or
in
any
the town,
loved one.
and you got to find her. And of course you're going to try to find her.
Yeah.
Because lost kid. Why wouldn't you?
Right.
And
I think the reason it was done so much in older video games is that shorthand was incredibly easy to convey.
Well, and because the audience for those games were almost exclusively heterosexual white teenage males who were buying the game because it had a chick with big boobs on the cover. So they, are expecting to get the chick with big boobs at the end of the game.
And in the
That's
80s,
the reward.
In the 80s, who could afford video games? It was basically upper middle class white people in the United States. Anyway,
but there were also arcades. And
we'll talk about more of this or something completely different next time on The Branch. A yellow herb!